Hello and welcome to i-nastava. Today's English class is for the fourth year of high school. The topic is plastic surgeries. My name is Stephanie Kate Lukač and I'll be your teacher for the day. By the end of the class, you will have created a digital poster. You'll need something to write with, your notebooks, and a device with internet connection. Feel free to pause the video anytime you need. As your first assignment, there's an article about teens and plastic surgery. By using this link, TPS close, or scanning with the QR code, you can go through the exercise and choose the correct answer, A, B, or C. Good luck. Hopefully you found something interesting in there. Now with this next link, TPS answers, either using this link or scanning the QR code, you can check over to make sure and see how you've done. With the link TPS vocab or the QR code, you can go through a matching game, where you're taking the words from the article and matching them to their definitions. Good luck. For this listening task, you can first pause the video in order to copy the questions from the screen. You're going to hear two people talking about different plastic surgeons, Doctors Albright, Brown, and Kraft. You'll match the questions with the doctor according to what you've heard. Choose A for Albright, B for Brown, and C for Kraft. If necessary, play back the recording twice.
Honey, I've been thinking about getting some type of plastic surgery, but I'm not 100% certain.
What? Plastic surgery? You don't need plastic surgery at all. What are you talking about?
Aw, thanks. But you know how I've been really self-conscious of my stomach since giving birth. I just want a little tummy tuck and I'll be satisfied with my appearance. However, I was talking about not being sure about which plastic surgeon to go to. I read the reviews online, and doctors Albright, Brown, and Kraft all have the best recommendations. Can you help me make my decision, please?
All right. Although you know my opinion on this matter, who has the most experience?
Well, Kraft graduated in 2010, with Albright right behind him a year later. If memory serves me right, Brown's website stated that he got his degree before either of them in 2005.
Didn't Brown also finish his medical degree overseas?
I thought he did, but it turns out he went on a vacation to Italy, not to study. Dr. Kraft went to Argentina for a year as a part of the exchange program during medical school, while Albright decided to take a gap year and volunteer in Africa.
Wow, talk about diversity. All those countries all around the world? Well, what about location? Who's the closest in relation to her house?
I don't think that's a deciding factor for me, but since you've asked, Kraft is the farthest. We'd have to drive for about an hour just to reach his office. Albright is about 45-minute drive to get there. Brown's office would take about a 45-minute round trip, so there isn't a huge difference when it comes to mileage.
With gas prices these days, we have to look at this from all angles. Have any of those doctors become renowned over the years?
Of course, Dr. Albright has a few merits and honors on his website, as does Dr. Brown. They received the Research Award as well as the Distinguished Service Award. Coming across Kraft's website, however, I was astounded to see all of his accolades. Not only did he receive Plastic Surgeon of the Year for 3 years straight, he also has the HR President's Citation, the Distinguished Service Award, and the Special Achievement Honors.
Talk about excellence. Since all of them have such positives to them, it's time to take a look at their expertise. Which doctor has focused on liposuction in particular?
Kraft, with all of his training and dedication, does a variety of surgery. You name the part of the body you want done, he'll do it. Albright is the one to go to when you want a nip there, a tuck there. Brown's specialty, on the other hand, is the face. Lip fillers, rhinoplasty, that sort of thing.
You told me that you've done a lot of research online. Have you come across any negative reviews on these doctors?
Well, I'm sure all three doctors have some type of negativity following them. It's just a matter of where you look. From what I found, Dr. Kraft has rave reviews. He's one of the rare 10 out of 10 doctors on the bestdoc.com. With Dr. Brown, however, there were numerous reviews with dissatisfied customers. Some were raving about his excellent work, others were ranting about a botched nose job. Dr. Albright seems to be on middle ground. While there weren't many enthusiastic reviews praising his expertise, there weren't any complaints either.
So have you come to a decision then?
Yes, I have. I think I'm going to make an appointment with Kraft in the end. The pros definitely outweigh the cons that might have come up. Thanks, hun.
How did you do? Was it difficult to catch who did what? That's why we're sharpening those listening skills with this. Albright was the doctor who was the newest to the trade, while Kraft did his studies overseas. The closest doctor was Brown, while Kraft won the most awards out of all of them. Albright was the one whose specialty is liposuction, whereas Brown was the doctor with the negative reviews about his work. If some of these questions have you guessing even after checking your answers, play the recording back again and you'll be able to spot your mistake more easily. Before moving on to the next task, please pause the video and copy these questions into your notebook. You'll need them for the next slide. Once again, pause the video in order to use the link or QR code in order to watch a video about some mental disorders which have come up since the rise of social media. Have those questions handy so you can jot down notes in order to answer the questions. If necessary, play the video another time in order to catch any information you might have missed the first time. Was this video a bit of an eye-opener for you? Did you realize that you may go through some of the things mentioned in the video? In any case, your answers may differ slightly, but hopefully you've caught the overall context and message that came across. Snapchat dysmorphia is an obsession with looking like the Snapchat version of yourself to the point where a person will bring Snapchat photos to a plastic surgeon in order to look like that in real life. When it comes to body dysmorphic disorder, it's also a mental disorder where a person obsesses over their appearance, also worrying about flaws and how he or she appears to others. Social media definitely contributes to SD or BDD because everyone uses it. Most people photo manipulate, and this is changing the perception of beauty. I found it surprising that people in unfiltered photos are considered as ugly or fat, which I think is really disappointing and a little discouraging as well. With Facetune, it's a type of photo manipulation where you give yourself a makeover without plastic surgery. Using it too much leads to Snapchat dysmorphia, but it has since been banned, which I might consider a good thing, by the way. So 60 to 65% of the time, people realize that photos are filtered. My guess is probably when people overdo it, so you can really obviously see that it's been filtered. But I think if they're done, I'm not going to say tastefully, but not over the top, then I think you really can't notice if the photos are filtered or not. The possible solutions to these issues of self-esteem or perception would be either to live online, pretend to be something you're not, and keep obsessing over your physical appearance. On the other hand, you might want to normalize the unrealistic standards, use less or no filters, and no photo manipulation. So you don't need to touch up your photos. You are who you are, and you're beautiful the way you are. For your final task, you need to create your own digital poster. You can use Canva, Adobe Spark, or whatever digital tool you use. The links are there to help you if you're not sure about how to make a digital poster online. The first one is with using Canva, the second with Adobe Spark. In your digital poster, write down the pros and cons of plastic surgery among teenagers. Be careful not to make it regarding the general population or adults. The target here is adolescents. Before pausing the video, take a look at the next slide in order to ensure you'll do the task correctly. Before creating your digital poster, have you drafted an outline or written down any and all ideas that you have? Brainstorming is helpful with this type of task. Once you've started with your design, have you chosen appropriate colors and visual aids? Do you have all the relevant information using a certain font or layout that's attractive to you? Don't forget to have a headline as well, and make sure your main points stand out in your poster. At the end, check it over for any errors you might have missed, whether it be with vocab or grammar. You can also get one of your classmates to check it over with a fresh pair of eyes. You may get some constructive criticism, which will help you succeed in the end. I hope you've enjoyed the lesson, and remember to stay safe, stay healthy, and take care of yourself.